Blue Box episode 12. We are in an interesting spot. This is where like core break typically feels like. Now we are consecutive, so it doesn't necessarily matter, but if we're going by the rule of you get 12 or 13, we're expecting like climax, like real ending moments here too. Potentially this one or next one. But with the festival being here, I'm assuming probably this episode. I am nervous. I am beyond nervous for the things that are potentially about to occur. Chinatsu is 1,000,000% going to show up here, right? Hina is here. All focus and attention should be placed on Hina while we are here, right? Is Taiki going to be distracted at any point with sights of Chinatsu? Is Chinatsu going to be destroyed at any given moment seeing sights of Hina and Taiki being together and nobody else being in the group, even though he said it was a group thing? Is Chinatsu gonna be with somebody, or it maybe just be interacting with like another dude and he's gonna start freaking it? Is it gonna be something where Taiki separates from the group and talks to the group, I mean Hina, and talks to Chinatsu for like a little bit, and Hina runs up and ends up seeing that, and then she's destroyed by it? There's plenty of routes this can go. I am afraid for all of them. I find it hard to believe all three of them end in a group and things are looking good. It's just not gonna happen. I am afraid summer break being here. Scary things potentially on the horizon here. I am not thrilled for it, but at the same time I am, because I am having an absolute blast. I hope you guys are as well. If you like it all, the like and subscribe to me, feel free to stick around for our discussion, limited comments with this better series. Let's get going with episode 12 of Blue Book. Okay, so she's here. She's with the group. Oh, maybe she sees it. Oh. Oh.
二人でデートかな。いいなあ、浴衣。髪もアレンジして可愛い。青春って感じだね。
Group. Okay. You know what though? You know what? Any feelings that she has right now, if they're negative in any sort of way or make her feel bad, she deserves completely for the line that she drew. It's the truth. Girls, what a title. What an episode title. She's enjoying it. Don't split, no. Ah, great. Everything I don't like's happening.
リンゴ飴食べたからリップ取れてるかも。前髪も崩れてないよね。できれば可愛いって思ってほしい。
I think he does, but does he acknowledge that to you is another question.
こんな格好したことないっていう恥ずかしさもある。見てほしいけど見ないでほしい。
Because if he looks at me, he sees things you might not want to be seen.
こっちは普通に思ってるのに。
Something seems up.
やっぱり様子おかしいじゃん。
Once again, noticing the little things.
ターゲットにされてる。それじゃ浴衣汚れるぞ。
Oh, help out, brother.
そこじゃなくてもっと左。
Oh my god.
しまった。思ったより気まずいやつだ。あ、ここ取りこぼしてる。髪、ひなが自分でやったの？
え？そうだけど。なんで？
I can tell.
こんな器用なことできんだなって。
Aw.
バカにしてる？
そうじゃねえって。純粋にすごいなって。
それが煽ってるように聞こえる。あ、ここ取りこぼしてる。やっぱり煽ってるでしょ。
ひねくれんなよ。難しいのに頑張ってやったんだろ。可愛いって思ったから褒めてんじゃん。
可愛い。
So he did put it into words. Yeah, try that one more time. 10 minutes my ass. Say it again though, fuck it. Can't hurt. Aww. Yeah, of course. You're fucking it. They're complicated and not at the same time. Yeah, they're kind of like us. Weird.
俺ちょっとトイレに行ってくるわ。
荷物見てる。
I hate the splitting. It's been good so far, but is this where the Chinatsu interaction occurs?
ひな欲しいものとかあんのかな。
迷子お母
Ah,
さんとはぐれちゃったね。
名前は
夢。
ゆめちゃん。ひなのこと待たせちゃうけどほっとくわけにいかないし。
待って。
Like a
みんな
family.
で行く
How cute.
いいと思ったから。
蝶野さん
Oh. Oh, fuck.
の。伊藤君。
蝶野さんも来てたんだ。一人なはずないか。部活の人たちと。
ああ、いや、大輝と来てて。
大輝。
本当は京くんも来るはずだったんだけど、風邪ひいちゃったみたいで。他の子も友達と行くって振られちゃって。
You didn't have to explain all of that.
一緒に見よ
No,
うよ。
no, no.
みんなでワイワイ
Nobody invited you. No, it would
俺
not.
らあっちで立ち見してて、正直座るところあると嬉しい。どうかな。
Please, Hina.
だからかな。
Purple hair seems important.
すみません。
いえ。うわすごい。
I know. Who are you?
怪我とか。カレン。
Karen.
知り合いですか。
幼稚園から小学校までずっと同じクラスの
Don't
親
keep
友な
Hina
の。
waiting longer.
すごい学校だ。
Wow, the talents and
こんにちは。それで、ハリュウくんの彼女。
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
ハ
whoa,
リュウくんと来たの？そう、席にいる。
whoa. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Right, that makes a ton of sense.
野俣大輝と言いまして、ハリュウ先輩にはいつもお世話に。
猪俣って。
You're the double guy.
大輝？君がか。
Does he talk about you?
ハリュウ先輩、どんな話してるんですか。
Oh, not him. Oh, 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 fuck.
すごく根性あるって。
嘘くさい。
Yeah.
それじゃあ、そろそろ行くね。
Oh. Well, she could read the room at least.
お飲みちゃった。
なんだよ。
猪俣大輝くんと地位がい
え、二人で。
たの。正確には
Well, there was no progress.
デートって感じじゃなかったけど。
Yeah.
いい子そうじゃん。猪俣大輝くん。付き合っちゃえばいいのに。
地位がそういう感じじゃないだろ
おろそかにしだしたら別れるからね。
う。わかってるって。両方頑張ります。
Just because we're in a relationship doesn't give you the rights to do so.
地位はいろんなことを考えすぎると
Yes.
思うんだけど。
Maybe you could talk to her. She doesn't have like a bunch of close friends from what we see, so it could be big.
お母さんいたんだよ。今はまた探しに出ちゃって。
Make an
そこ
announcement.
で呼び出すね。
There you go.
俺探してきます。
She's gonna come. You don't have to do that. Alright. And Hina's alone still.
さっきのお姉ちゃん、浴衣綺麗だったね。
Yeah, she was.
そうだね。お花いっぱいで可愛かった。
Why are you not wearing
お
it?
姉ちゃんも着たかった浴衣。ちょっとだけ。でも、このシャツも可愛いで。
I actually like the shirt, I'm not gonna lie.
高一男子と同棲？同居ね。大して差ないでしょ。意識したりしないの？男の子だなとか、いい子だなとか。
Oh, never thought about that.
思うよ。
Oh.
みたいだから、浴衣が着れないんだろうね。
Hmm.
わかる。
Do you?
夢もね、浴衣着ようとしたらぐちゃぐちゃになっちゃって結局お母さんに着させてもらったの。何かお礼をお気になさらず。
We chill.
もうはぐれちゃダメだよ。
She could feel that. Okay, relax.
待って
You too, brother. You too. Aww.
浴衣は難しいけどね。これなら簡単なの。お姉ちゃんもおしゃれさん。笑ってるの？
いや、別に。
失 失礼だな。
That was a present from a little girl, and you're gonna laugh at
な
me.
のに
似合ってますよ。先輩に可愛いなって言ったら一瞬間があって社交辞令的なありがとうを言われて
Yeah, and then and then things get really awkward.
行かないと。私も渚たち待ってるから。
I know you have someone too, right?
そうですね。じゃあまた家で。
家で。
They're all gonna be sitting down too.
やばい、思ったよりヒナを待たせてしまった。
はよ帰ってこいよ。
二人で来てんのに待たせて。
She'd understand if you tell her you're helping a child.
ただいま。
Oh,
おかえり。
awesome.
ごめん、遅くなった。
Love that.
うわー、しまった。待ってる間何も問題なかった？
屋台のご飯美味しいし、花火は綺麗だし、最高。
Okay.
また来年来たいね。
そうだな。
私のは二人きりでっていう意味も
Hope you
込
know
まれて
that.
いるんだよ。髪留めどうしたの？いろいろあって。てかなんで寂しそうな顔してんの？
Mm.
来年俺たちがどうなっているのか。長い長い一年でどう変わっていくのか。そんなことを一瞬で消えてく花火を見ながら思った。
Honestly, went way better than I thought it was going to. Thought it was gonna be way more drama.
今のはナギにパスしてもよかったかも。マーク外れてたし、時間ない時ほど落ち着いて。はい。まあインターハイ直前だからって硬くなりすぎず自由にやってよ。千夏の実力は保証するからさ。はい。
Just don't get too big of a head and we're good.
また勝ったよ。もう俺たちじゃ相手にならない。そりゃインターハイ出場者だし。
この前の練習会、ハリウ先輩、兵藤さん相手に県予選より点差なくなってた。今日ノック開けて。
So we were done.
兵藤さんにあんなこと言われたんだ。俺だって負けてられない。シャトル入ります。
Oh,
ヒナ、悪いシャトル。
just lock the fuck in. Look at her.
頑張れよ。
今の聞いてた？何が？そういうところだぞ。いや、いいと思う。だから何が？
Obligatory run into Taiki. Bro got such an early start to the day. He's gonna nap midday.
ジャージ抱きしめて寝る派なんだ。
Could be you.
もしもし、猪俣くん。この前聞きそびれたことがあるんだけど、蝶野さんと付き合い始めたのですか？
What concern does that have to you?
回答によっては同居人として心持ちが変わるんですが、二人で花火大会行くってことはそういうことだよね。蝶野さんは大輝くんのこと好きなわけだし、それならそうと言ってくれればいいのに。
今年は花火大会行くの？
俺もみんなで行くよ。
You lied.
みんなでなんて嘘つく必要ない。
Ugh.
それなら私だって嘘つかれるのは寂しいんだからね。
誰かいた気がしたけど、気のせいか。
Lies, lies, lies. I hate when men lie. But he didn't. But he didn't. But he didn't. You're not giving him a chance to explain. You're just assuming. But I get how it looks. Like I get entirely how it looks. Things change, of course, last minute. But when word directly came out of his mouth, we're going as a group, and you went as a pair. It doesn't look good on your part. You know what I mean? It doesn't look so good on that part. So her jumping to that conclusion isn't completely, empty. Like, it's not like there's no foundation for it. So there's no like misunderstandings are one thing that there's always a complaint about, right? And we don't like that. We don't like the stupid misunderstandings that happen in a lot of anime, because then they get really just overdone and annoying and over dramatic and sloppy for absolutely no reason. And something we talked about early into the episodes of this series, and my own feelings towards that, and how I do like some sloppiness to occur. That is fun when things get way too gross, but at the same time, we don't love that either. And one of the shining things throughout this series has been when there is communication, we don't let it linger for 2 to 3 to 4 episodes. We kind of clear things up pretty early on, We have a lot of communication, a lot of talking between characters that typically you don't get in a lot of other series. So it's been really welcomed and enjoyed so far. Her having this understanding isn't entirely, baseless, which is a great thing for her to make assumptions on, because at least there's something there for her to grasp. But we have to get this cleared up at some point. So if it's not cleared up next episode, there might be some problems. You can't ask a dude a question while he's sleeping and then get mad and make your own assumptions afterwards. Like you gotta come to him at some other point. Maybe just drop that on him. Now, the getting jealous thing at the end is really interesting to me. I don't know, and if it's obvious enough and I'm just wrong, you can definitely correct me. But if it's not obvious enough and I'm just like being dumb, also let me know. On some like whole like don't spoil it, but like if it was obvious, like a spoil it type of thing. You know what I mean? You get what I'm trying to say? But yeah, it's weird because as the one who set the boundary, you're the one who should be feeling the way that you are feeling, right? You should be the one who should be, actually, you shouldn't feel the way that you're feeling. I take that back. You should not have any feelings at all, You completely friend zoned him, you shouldn't be feeling that way. So when you selfishly begin to gain these feelings and then the jealousy starts to creep up, there's some issues that can arise, of course. So is it simply just she realized things were getting to a certain point, she decided to put a stop to it, let's not do this anymore because I got focus and things I need to pay attention to here. And then when you see the site and potentially realize that the thing that, even though you put that barrier in front of the person, it's still like the realization that that person isn't like just hung up on you and can actively seek and do other things, that gets you really like frustrated and jealous here, that just crept up to her and made her realize like, I don't even know if I can deny this shit anymore. That made her be like, maybe there is a chance that we do some stuff in the future, that maybe I should leave the kind of the door open a little bit, at least in her own mind, which is fucked up in itself because you set the boundary already. So he's never going to be able to properly make that move without you potentially acting out in some sort of way. I don't know. It's weird. It's my feelings on it are weird because I get it. I think from the general sense of I felt this way, let's put a stop to it before it goes further. I then see this other thing that then makes me really realize my feelings even more, and they flare up even more, and then the jealousy essentially creeps up, and then you have like regrets and other things, and they just come up out of wherever as well, and then you end up having to now navigate yourself through like how do I alter what I ended up causing, right? I'm the one who ruined all of this. How do I handle this? If that is the case and you are doing that, this is bad for me, but I'll have to understand and get through with it. If this isn't the case, then we can maybe alter a little bit and take back some of the things that I have said or felt. Yeah, I don't know. It's just interesting. I don't know if I have much to add on that, but it's really it's really funny. I think my general feelings on it would just be you deserve everything that's coming for you. He's not with Yuna. Wish he was, but he's not. If he was, you definitely deserve to suffer now because of the bullshit that you kind of put him through. You can't hold somebody like this. You can't give them false hope. So it's nice that you broke that up, but then you can't get mad when they go out and do something afterwards. It's like when you're given permission to do something and then somebody yells at you about the thing that you did. You told me to do it. You know what I mean? It's like, you told me to do it, and I took that and I did it, and then I'm in the wrong for potentially reading the situation wrong. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I just people do that shit all the time, and I would be so upset if she pulls some dumb things, and then my whole feelings towards her as a person and character would go downhill. But I think what she's getting to overall too with her feelings towards him as like a housemate would end up kind of being changed would be, if there's no relationship, then maybe I don't mean the thing that I said before. Now, all of that depends. Does she do anything to take that back and vocalize that to him, or is she intending to not do any of that and then just get mad when he doesn't do anything or doesn't push? I mean, I guess she could be the one who takes the charge. There's nothing saying that she isn't, but I am, you know, a little cautious that she probably wouldn't be here, but we'll end up seeing. Or is she just saying we're definitely keeping this distance, and maybe even more so if you guys actually are together? And I kind of need to know that, or want to know that, just so I can figure this out. Because also, if you are, and you've been leading me potentially on, or you've been acting out these sort of ways, or we've been put into these scenarios, I definitely need to know, because respect for you may have been completely lost, that you do have a girlfriend this whole time, and you haven't been you know, maybe the most, you know, faithful in certain ways potentially, or I've been treating you in certain ways that she likely should be the one doing so. I get it, but it's just weird. I don't know. It's just, it all comes to me like how she wants to approach it afterwards, I think, is where I come from. Because there's nothing wrong with you doing something and regretting it and then wanting to take that back. But it's more on like, can you put that into words for him, or can you put that into actions for him to understand, or are you going to sit around and wait till he does something knowing that he won't? I mean, we literally saw firsthand this episode how he wanted to compliment her or say something, and he just held himself back because he's like, yeah, she's just going to say this because she has to, but then it creates more distance and creates like issues and stuff between us. So lots of problems flare up here. So you gotta start being honest a little bit more with some things, Chinatsu. Like, we have to clarify some things. I don't know. I'm a little worried on that. Let's see, what else do we have here? So her seeing them, I absolutely loved seeing her get all flustered when she sees this. Definitely deserving. Absolutely love that. And then we continue the festival. The festival was a lot less dramatic than I almost thought that it was going to be. Hina getting still so excited, but then we get to see, so something awesome about her, one of the early mentions we had like 4 or 5 episodes in was that she's just a normal girl. She gets treated in different ways due to status and position within her own sport and everything, but in family and all that stuff too. But at the end of the day, she's just a normal girl, so treat her like one, right? We continued up to this point to also see her in a role that is not exactly that. But these last few episodes, it's really been apparent with how her reactions and feelings towards Taiki in certain situations have been exposing her to be just that. Worrying so much about appearance, worrying about certain things, getting flustered over simple compliments, or getting upset over things that other people kind of do because they don't look like in a certain light that you almost want them to, or you admire them to be in, or that you know them to be, like all normal characteristics and things that we do love to see. So it's good to finally, you know, get some more of that and break down that little bit of a wall that's been kind of presented to us here. And then we set it up. We get a nice spot, which is great. I absolutely love that. And let's have a conversation. We have 10 minutes, my ass. That did not happen for 10 minutes, but just thoughtfulness overall from him, trying to help out. Some cute little moments. Of course, things get a little bit awkward between them, him noticing little things, her thinking that he's setting the ball up and he's just kind of joking around, but he doesn't mean that, and he actually thinks it looks really cute. And I just love the way that he comes out and says this, right? It looks cute. I'm just trying to compliment you. That's all I'm trying to do. But it's awkward, it's difficult, and especially somebody who's been friends with her for as long and they have that relationship that they do, it can sometimes come off a little bit weird. You treat each other like siblings almost, right? So like when you say something that's really nice to them or like cute in a way like this, it comes off weird, right? Like neither of you really know how to react or feel, and immediately you get to see that. Say that again, please. Like, that's so I love it, but it's so, and I love how he sees that instantly. right? These are the things that get me a little nervous, right? Is he oblivious entirely to potential feelings and things that she has, or is he kind of aware of it based on, you know, her being okay and them coming together, her wanting to make promises to continue to come, her excitement overall about things like this, the other things that she said to him, the way that she views him. There's so many like leading things that us as the viewer and even like Kyo is able to pick up on it too. There's no way that you don't, right? But there's always that side that sees her so much in like one sort of light that it's hard for him to go from like the friend route to seeing her in a different sort of way, that I entirely could get, or believing that there's any potential to essentially be like that I definitely can understand. But to not take these things and not take even your words that you've noticed that things are a little bit off or different with her at times, that like there's problems there, you should probably start picking up more on it or coming to that realization. Put some more thought into it, brother. 20-minute break. Let me go get something else. So I'll go get some drinks, and look who we have to run into. Of course, the Chinatsu meeting occurs. I feel like we spent more time with her than we did with Hina, which breaks my heart. And here's the little girl. They both get the help. Happy family, of course. And look who fucking shows up. So we don't get to see the aftermath of this at all. And these guys decide to want to barge in. Mainly the guy in the middle, because his own feelings that we hinted towards in the previous episode, or the one before that, whatever it was, about potential feelings that he has towards Hina, which good on him, making the effort that he is, doing it in the group thing's kind of overwhelming and weird. But I do get what he's saying. Maybe it'd be more comfortable for her, especially if it's not one-on-one, and also him. So sure. Cool, get it. And also, you did just note you were supposed to be in a group, so you should probably be okay or open to potentially being in a group. I'm curious what she said to him. That she'd rather them not, that she just wants to be with Taiki, that she's not interested in him, that she is aware of that stuff, just politely declining them. Maybe one of the friends jump in. I don't know. And I'm assuming they save this for another point, hopefully, and we get to learn a little bit about that. Maybe it comes directly from this guy. Maybe somehow him and Taiki are in a conversation and he brings up note of maybe what she ends up saying where he isn't supposed to actually bring that up. I don't know, but I do entirely wonder that. Here we go by purple hair, immediate indicator that you're supposed to be somebody else. And she is awesome. This is Karen. This is Haru's girlfriend, which we've made note of before. And I absolutely love her. Who the fuck are you? And then her overexcitement when she finds out his name. One, I've heard about you from my boyfriend, but also two, apparently her and Chinatsu are friends. So you're him. And her immediate look of like, what the fuck are you doing? It's the most obvious thing ever, and she realizes it, which is good, right? Of course, her being her job and what she can do, like you'd assume she could pick up on social cues here and be like, oh no, Haru's just been talking about you, or saying some things, right? Nah, not Chinatsu at all. Don't even stress over that. And talking about their relationship, they should just date. Yeah, you know she would never allow that to happen. And then immediately being like, look, you said you're going to balance them, so you continue to do you. Which is a parallel to what we get, right? Neither of the other two think that they could probably be in this relationship while, especially Chinatsu being in a relationship while balancing the other one, and it's a little too much for her, so that's the whole reason that they can't actively let that in. And here we go, we got the mom, let's find her. Don't you want to wear one too? I love being able to see different conversations as well from Chinatsu, but also seeing like little insights into her. The past few episodes have been really good exactly for that. Sunday best is my uniform. I feel the best. I perform the best. Everything about me is the best in there. The nice little flashback though here with this conversation. You actually see him in that sort of way. Potentially maybe somebody that you could see yourself with at some point. Yes, there's confirmation on that front, right? It's never just been we're just doing this because we have to, we're just housemates, we're just friends. There's no, I only see you in that sort of light. I have at least passed the idea through my head at one point that there could be a potential thing there, which I think is also when all this stuff started really flaring up, she did panic a little bit and she drew that line right away to kind of avoid anything from slipping all of her goals and the things that she has too. it makes plenty of sense. But we do get that confirmation that even though we're pretty much aware of it already, that she definitely does feel that sort of way. But I'm a little clumsy, and I think more so where she's getting at is I misstepped. I made a approach, I said something, I did some things. I'm bad at handling things. I'm not good at these scenarios, and I ended up putting myself in a position where I'm not the one that's by his side right now wearing this, where I should be. And I think that's as true as it kind of comes. I mean, it's pretty sad. And then the girl relates it to something that's not even close, but at the same time, it's pretty funny. They get the mom, and here we go. Her climbing on top of her is hilarious to me. I love that. But giving her this. This is an easy thing. You can put this on. You won't be clumsy with this on. And now you can be stylish like me. Super cute. Not so much the thing in the hair, but just the gesture in itself. And I love Taiki's reaction. Just him laughing and joking around with her, I think is great. This is the most at ease I feel like he's really been with her ever, which I really enjoy. But also, is that simply because he felt like that he can be because of her presence, or is it just because of the line that she drew that now he no longer needs to overstress about everything that he says or does? I don't know. Also, the shot of the legs to show firsthand that he still is wearing this and he hasn't taken this off regardless. Fireworks start, we should probably split up, but this is what it would be like. This is what it should be like. Go back to your friends. I left Hina waiting. Yeah, you left her for too long. That pissed me off. I'm not very happy about that he left her. But she did have the food and everything that she went out of her way to get. So that's good. She was at least able to enjoy that. Let's come back next year. And hopefully you realize that she meant the two of us once again. You didn't pick up on it before, but maybe this time you will. Why do you look so sad? You just had to experience something potentially really great, something that you could have been a part of, and something that you weren't able to, and you had to split up from. It really sucks, huh? How will all the times change? Just like the fireworks, they come and go. Things will transition really fast. The state that all of them are going to be in at this time next year is going to be very different. There's zero chance that relationships are in the same sort of thing. There's zero chance that they're all in the same positions that they are. If they are, something massively went wrong on the writer's part in their own lives here. This kind of rough. Taiki was eager to get going right away in the morning here. I gotta keep saying this, or actually I don't even know if I've made note of it before. The one thing that I don't really like, I can get by with the CG in the background being like passable at times. I can get by with like random things happening within the sport, or me having issues with like narratives and stuff. When your jump shot looks like this, I have problems. There's no way you're as good as you say you are, and it looks like this. We gotta fix that. Can we animate it a little bit different? She's not getting any arc on that ball. She's literally doing nothing. We got there's no way the ball's getting up like this and floating it. It's not happening. You're utilizing the backboard over and over if you're shooting like that. There's just no way at all. This shit's pissing me off every time I see it. I love her teammates being able to keep her in check here too. Like, you are skillful, you are capable of doing all this, and we are going to rely on you, but you got to realize at times you slip and do some stupid shit, and we need you to lock in. How are you getting better? Everybody kind of taking note of that. Definitely improves and makes Taiki want to improve, which is nice, having that dude who motivates you, you know, being completely locked out of things here. Hey, good luck, by the way. Hey, did you hear that? I love her friend is the Kyo of her, Kyo to her, which is funny as fuck to me. Look who goes to sleep, and here's the interaction that we were coming to expect. Once again, it was definitely going to happen. Are you awake? Nope. He sleeps with the jacket in his arms. Definitely could be you. Are you dating Hina? No. Your answer changes the way I feel as your housemate, right? I was potentially lied to. You guys went together. All this. She definitely likes you. You realize that. I hope you realize that. Didn't need to lie. It's the one thing I hate. I am a disaster. Has potential to be, at least. Definitely scary. And we break there. Awesome. I'm loving everything about it. It stresses me at times. It gets me a little upset, but at the end of the day, we're here for it. And I think the characters are written smart enough that they logically think through a lot of things and have foundations for why they feel or act out in the ways that they do. And it doesn't just feel as a random as a majority of other series do. So fantastic 12 episodes. I don't know if this is core split, so like new OPED next time we get an episode. I also, or if that's going to be after 13, or if they're doing like some other weird stuff, I don't know. We'll find out about that when the time comes. I also don't know, sometimes with the winter stuff, they go on like 2 or 3 week breaks before you end up coming back for resuming once again with like after holidays and stuff, and when the fall actually, or the winter begins. So I do wonder. We'll see about that too, or if it's just going to continue consecutively. So we'll see, but likely I'll be here for whenever the next episode starts. I hope you guys had a great one. I enjoyed it very much too. If you liked it all, like and subscribe to watch me. Feel free to check out the video channel, leave comments with this series. I will be back for episode 13 whenever that is that it airs. Hope you have a good one. Peace.